all you need in order to work out from home, in order to build an aesthetic body from home, is a bench, dumbbells, and another frame pull-up bar. Now, when I was younger, I was really broke. I had no money whatsoever, but I still wanted to get aesthetic. I wanted to build an aesthetic body so that I could get beautiful girls. So what I did is I went on the second-hand shop. I would go on Facebook Marketplace, I would go on Kijiji, and I would search for everything that I needed in order to work out from home. This allowed me to build an aesthetic body, to have my home gym for under $200. So you don't need to spend a lot of money. You don't need to go and spend hundreds of dollars in order to have your home gym. You can buy everything for very, very cheap, and don't try to find this as an excuse. And the beautiful thing is that working out from home is extremely practical. Everything is in my wardrobe and it does not take any place whatsoever. So when I want to work out, I quickly get it out and it allows me to have great workout. Now, why do we want to build an aesthetic body? The reason is simple. I want you to think about this. The aesthetic body is the body that girls will be very attracted to. It is a sign of strength, of masculinity. When I was younger, I was this guy who would be always rejected by the girls he liked, by the girls he was attracted to. And so that was a big problem for me when I was younger. It was a big problem for my self-esteem. And so what I did in order to change that is I built an aesthetic body. Like, I remember this one time where I had a huge crush on this girl. She was the new girl. She just arrived at my school about a month ago. And since then, I've been obsessed over her. I've been liking her pictures and I just liked her a lot. And there's this one day where I'm on the way to school, I open and then I see her, but she's not alone. She's kissing the popular guy, the guy that is confident at my school. At that moment, my face gets all red. I have this weird pain in the front of my head. I just feel like throwing up. And at that moment, when the day ends, I come back to my house. I run to my house and I go in my washroom. I look myself in the eyes and I just feel disgusted. I feel ashamed, embarrassed of the way I looked. I start to beat myself. I start to cry. But then something clicks in my mind. I know for a fact I have to change. I have to build an aesthetic body because I'm just sick of being rejected, of being friend zoned by all these girls. From that moment, I started working out every single day. I focused on the aesthetic body parts that I know girls will be attracted to. 5 months later, I've built an aesthetic body, or at least I feel confident in the body that I've built. I get back to school and the first class that I have is physical education. I enter and I have a tight shirt. I want to show off my muscle. But then I see her, the girl that broke my heart the year before. But then she looks at me. She's holding my contact. So what I do is I go and talk to her. And the conversation flows well. I can see that the attraction is there between us. And so I ask her for a date. And I start dating her every single day. I want you to understand that building the aesthetic body will allow you to date beautiful girls. I started to date girls that I only dreamed of before when I built an aesthetic physique. And the reason is simple. I want you to think about the caveman days. Think about the woman at that time. They had to choose very wisely for their men because that man would protect her, the children, and the tribe around her. And the V shape was just a sign of strength. It was a sign of masculinity. It was a sign of great genetics to pass on to her children. That is why these men were always chosen by the woman, and that is why women in the modern day are instinctively attracted to the V shape. It is a sign of strength. Now, even though we have bad genetics, even though we don't feel confident in our body, we can still change that to build the V-taper, to build the aesthetic body. There are specific parts of your body that will enhance that look and make us more attractive to girls. The first part that I focused on is the back. The back is just life-changing. It allowed me to really enhance that V look that I was looking to achieve. And so the first exercise that I do is the pull-up. And I'm telling you, this exercise allowed me to build a massive shape. It allowed me to build a massive back, and it is just perfect because it focuses on the upper part of the back, and that is the part to really enhance the V shape. So it is the first exercise that I do. And just real quick, if you're on the full roadmap to build an aesthetic body, to build your dream body from home and start attracting beautiful girls, go click the link in the description. Now the second part to target is the upper pec. Once again, it is a part that will really enhance the V shape, the aesthetic body, because it is at the top of the body. Now when I was younger, I would do a lot of push-up, but I wasn't a fan of that exercise since it focused on the lower part of my chest. It didn't enhance the V shape, the aesthetic body. And so instead of doing the push-up, what I did is a decline push-up. I would put my feet on a bench, on a chair, and then I would do the push-up, and it really targeted that upper part of my chest. And just real quick, there's a big mistake that I did when I was younger, and that was I wouldn't control the movement on the way down. It is extremely important that you focus on the eccentric of the movement. For example, if you do the bicep curl, you want to slowly go down and to really target the muscle. It is easy to overlook that, but it is these small things that will help you to build your dream body. So if you do the decline push-up, I want you to slowly control the way down and then push up. That is extremely important. Now the third part to target are the shoulders, but especially the side delts. And the reason is simple. It is at the top of the body, and it will really enhance that V look, because think about it, we want to have the most mass up here, and the shoulders will really give you that V look that we want to achieve. The king in order to target the side delts is the lateral raise. When I was younger, I tried a bunch of different exercises, but nothing worked as well as this one. This is the fourth exercise that I do that really allowed me to enhance the V shape. The fifth part to target is the lower abs. Why are we targeting the lower abs especially? And the reason is simple. I want you to think about the six pack. It is easy to have the upper part of the abs, but if you don't have the lower part, you will never have the six pack that you want. And so what I do, the two king exercise in order to really target that lower part of the abs are leg raise and then hanging leg raise. These two exercises will focus on the lower part of the abs, and then you will have the six pack that you want. Then you will build your dream aesthetic body. These are the 5 parts that I really focused on that allowed me to build an aesthetic body, that allowed me to date beautiful girls that I only dreamed of before. Now there was some massive mistakes that I made, and the first one was that I would often skip leg day. As any guy, I wanted to have the big masculine upper body, but I forgot about my legs. I had these skinny legs and this big upper body, and whenever I would go to the beach, it would just look weird. I wouldn't look good because it was not aligned with my upper body. The legs are part of the aesthetic body, and don't overlook them. It is easy to skip leg day because you want to build a massive chest, massive shoulders, but it is a big mistake that I made. Now the second thing that I want you to understand is that eggs are extremely important. They are part of my alimentation. I eat this every single day because it really allows me to have higher testosterone. There's a study that shows that if you eat about 30 eggs a day, you will get the same amount as if you're on a small dose of TRT. Now, of course, you don't want to eat 30 eggs a day, but you want to eat a little bit at least. When I was younger, I didn't eat any eggs. I would eat maybe 2 per week, and I had this weak physique, this weak frame that I hated. And so what I started to do is eat eggs every day, 10 eggs, just like I said, and it really gave me higher testosterone. It allowed me to gain a lot more muscle, and I'm not exaggerating. It allowed me to build a massive physique. So that's the second thing that you must do. You must eat at least 5 to 10 eggs every single day, and it will skyrocket your performance. It will skyrocket the muscle gain that you get. That's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Keep going.